Everyone is talking about automation and robotics, but adoption in the supply chain is still in the early stages. What signs suggest that the time is right to bring automation and robotics into your distribution network?
There are several indicators that it's the right time to bring automation in to warehouses. There are a couple more obvious ones, like having difficulty getting new labor, rising costs, and then especially if there are any jobs that are dirty, dangerous, that your employees are doing. One of the things that we look for and we're excited for actually is something a little bit kind of under the radar. It's the training time that it takes for new employees and temporary employees to ramp up until they're productive. We found that at some places it's kind of a minimum 2 weeks, but sometimes a lot longer before any temporary employee can actually be doing productive work. After the training they have to complete, then once they get familiar with the technology, and then they actually get on the floor and be productive. What we're looking to do, and several other companies are doing this as well, is shorten that time. So a new employee comes in, they get a quick introduction, and then they're actually productive by the end of that first shift. And so the more comfortable they are, and the easier it is just to get them ramped up, that's a big benefit.
The first thing that comes to mind there is space utilization. And as companies grow, increase their volumes and so forth, instead of having to go to more space, bump out a wall, or actually build a new building, go to automation that can do dense storage. What comes to mind is vertical lift modules for small parts, where you can actually save almost 90% of your footprint by going to a vertical lift. And that's where small products are presented to the person rather than them having to go get it. So it's a goods to person kind of situation. The second piece is, it's just, everybody will answer this question with, it's just hard to find people these days. People that want to work in a distribution environment is tough. So I just think it's the natural thing that's going to make it so pervasive as we move on. And again, back to the space thing, it's so costly, and I just think that's the number one factor.
Well, you're absolutely right about being early in adoption in terms of robotics and automation in distribution centers. And it's really a result of a couple of major factors. Number one being labor. It's just very difficult to find available labor in the marketplace today. It's really not the labor cost, although that's an important consideration. It's really just the lack of available labor to work in a distribution center.